Today we are talking about Candace Owens, and we are not pulling punches. Once a rising star of the conservative movement, communications director at Turning Point USA, hosted by the Daily Wire, praised by Trump, now a full-blown anti-Semite, Holocaust denier, blood label peddler, conspiracy theorist spreading medieval Jew hatred to 5.7 million YouTube subscribers. Shalom, I'm Igal and this is Middle East in less than 5 minutes. Let's talk about how Candace Owens completely lost her fucking mind. The before times, when Candace had a brain. 2017, Candace Owens claims a political conversion from liberal to conservative overnight. I realized liberals were actually the racists, she told Dave Rubin. She built a brand, young, black, conservative, critic of Black Lives Matter, MAGA supporter, anti-woke warrior. And she was good at it, articulate, combative, knew how to own the libs. Turning Point USA hired her as communications director. Perfect fit, conservative campus activism, youth outreach. PragerU worked with her, called her a woman of strong Christian faith, praised her as one of the black giants of the conservative movement. Daily Wire brought her on. Ben Shapiro, an Orthodox Jew, gave her a platform. Her own show, millions of viewers. Trump praised her in 2018, the hottest thing out there right now. She had it all, platform, influence, credibility. And then she decided to throw it all away for Jew hatred. The warning signs. Hitler wasn't that bad. December 2018, conservative event in London. Candace defending nationalism. Someone asks about Hitler. Her response: if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. Read that again. Hitler domestically? Fine. The problem was he expanded. Not the Holocaust, not the genocide, not the murder of 6 million Jews. The problem was imperialism. When called out, she tried to walk it back, claimed she was taken out of context. Bullshit. There's no context that makes that statement acceptable. Turning Point USA chapters rebuffed her. She left TPUSA in 2019. But that should have been the end. That should have been the moment everyone realized this woman has a problem with Jews. Instead, she got bigger platforms. Kanye's Antisemitism, Candace's audition. October 2022, Kanye West tweets, "I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people." Explicit threat, obvious antisemitism. Candace's take: if you are an honest person, you did not find this tweet anti-Semitic. Are you fucking kidding me? She defended Kanye, posed with him in White Lives Matter shirts at Paris Fashion Week. When Kanye went on InfoWars and praised Hitler, when he said, "I love Nazis," Candace stayed quiet. Ben Shapiro, the man who gave her a platform, called her out. She initially gave a response that I thought was pretty wrong, both morally and sort of logically. Did she learn? Did she apologize? No, she doubled down. The Descent. Post-October 7 madness. October 7, 2023. Hamas massacres 1,200 Israelis, rapes women, burns families alive, takes hostages. Candace's response? Attack Israel. Immediately starts calling Israel's military response genocide. Tweets, "No government anywhere has a right to commit a genocide, ever." Calls the Muslim quarter in Jerusalem a ghetto. When Israel accidentally hits a church in Gaza, if you think it's anti-Semitism to notice that innocent Christians were killed in an idea of bombing, then you need to log off. Notice the pattern. Not Hamas, not terrorism, not the massacre. Israel is a problem. And it got worse, much worse. The Small Ring and the Blood Libel. Early 2024. Candace starts going full conspiracy theorist. Claims there's a small ring of specific people who are using the fact that they are Jewish to shield themselves from any criticism in Hollywood. This ring appears to be something that is quite sinister. Classic anti-Semitic trope, secret Jewish cabal controlling media. Then she goes after Ben Shapiro, the man who employed her. Post-Bible verse, no one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Transparent. Shapiro is a Jew. Jews care about money, not God. Shapiro responds, Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means, quit. March 2024, Daily Wire fires her, and Candace celebrates. The rumors are true. I'm finally free. Free to do what? Spread Jew hatred full time. Holocaust denial, the final form. July 2024. Candace crosses into Holocaust denial. Calls Joseph Mengele's medical experiments bizarre propaganda. Says some of these stories, by the way, sound completely absurd. Questions why anyone would conduct such experiments. Calls them a tremendous waste of time and supplies. This is Holocaust denial. Straight up. Australia and New Zealand deny her entry visas. Does she backtrack? No. She explains, the reason why this particular episode is so detrimental to Zionism is because they have polluted American minds to believe that we must defend Israel out of morality and the evil of the Holocaust. Translation, the Holocaust is propaganda to support Israel. Classic Holocaust denial logic. The Blood Libel Revival. August 2024. Candace goes medieval. Claims the family of Leo Frank, a Jewish man lynched in 1913 after being falsely accused for murder, believed in pedophilia and incest as the sacramental rites. Says things that would normally be termed blood libel were actually happening. Blood libel, the medieval lie that Jews murdered Christian children for their blood. She is reviving it, claiming it was real. She also calls Judaism a pedophile-centric religion that believes in demons and child sacrifice. This is straight from medieval antisemitism, word for word. Calls the late Lubavitcher Rebbe, one of the most revered Jewish leaders of the 20th century, a preacher of Jewish supremacism. Calls him part of the synagogue of Satan. This is medieval Christian folklore. Jews depicted with the devil horns as satanic. Candace is recycling 800-year-old Jew hatred. The conspiracy spirals. She doesn't stop there. Claims AIPAC was behind JFK's assassination. Says the US is being held hostage by Israel. Accuses Jews of orchestrating the transatlantic slave trade. Says Jews believe they have a right to own us. Urges followers to read the 19th century Anti-Semitic book. Calls Israel an occult nation, equates Jews with Marxists who want to rewrite history, accuses Rabbi Shlomo Riskin of bribing Christian pastors with Bitcoin to preach against her. Complete fabrication, or Torah Stone denied it, obviously. But Candace doesn't care about truth, she cares about clicks. The numbers. 75% antisemitism. December 2025, Jewish People Policy Institute releases a study. Tracked Candace's content over 1 year using AI analysis. Results? 96% of her Israel references were negative. 45% of videos mentioning Jews were anti-Semitic. From May to November 2025, 75% anti-Semitic. 3/4 of your content about Jews is Jew hatred. That's not criticism of Israel. That's not political commentary. That's obsession. That's hate. The reactions. Even conservatives are done. This isn't coming from the left. This is her own people turning on her. Ben Shapiro, what Candace is doing right now is absolutely satanic. Dennis Prager, founder of PragerU, wrote her a 15-page letter in September 2024, called out her false statements about Jews, warned that her rhetoric revives hatred against Jews and leads followers to see Jews as manipulative forces controlling America and the world. Senator Ted Cruz, largest increase in right-wing anti-Semitism he's seen in his life. Focus on the Family, once called her a woman of strong Christian faith, erased all references to her from their websites. Stop Anti-Semitism named her Antisemite of the Year 2024. Her response? Posted a video celebrating this award. Says the charge of anti-Semitism has no real meaning. Claims Netanyahu is the real anti-Semite because he's murdered and killed and maimed more actual Semite. YouTube temporarily suspended her for anti-Semitic content, banned from Australia and New Zealand. And she keeps going. The audience. Millions of followers eating this up. Here's what's terrifying. She's more popular than ever. 5.7 million YouTube subscribers. More than Tucker Carlson. Millions on Instagram, X, and other platforms. Her anti-Semitic content gets massive engagement. The conspiracy theories about Jews? Viral. The Holocaust denial? Millions of views. The blood libel? Spreading like wildfire. She's not fringe, she's mainstream conservative media. And she's poisoning the entire generation with medieval Jew hatred. What happened to her? It's an honest question. What the fuck happened? 2017 to 2019, she's a conservative commentator, anti-BLM, pro-Trump, nothing explicitly anti-Semitic. 2019, Hitler comments, warning sign, should have been disqualifying. 2022, defends Kanye's antisemitism, second warning. 2023, post-October 7, goes all in, anti-Israel rhetoric. 2024 to 2026, full Holocaust denier, blood libel peddler, conspiracy theorist, obsessed with Jews. What happened? Here's my theory. She's a grifter. Always was. She went from liberal to conservative when it was profitable. Attacked BLM because it got clicks. And when anti-Semitism became profitable in certain right-wing circles, when Tucker Carlson and others started going there, she followed the money. She figured out that Jew hatred gets engagement. Conspiracy theories get views. Holocaust denial gets attention. And she has no moral compass, no principles, no shame. So she went all in. The damage she's doing. Candace Owens is not just one crazy person spouting nonsense. She has a massive platform. Millions of followers, credibility built from years with TPUSA, PragerU, and Daily Wire. Young conservatives listen to her, trust her, and believe her. And she's teaching them the Holocaust is propaganda, Jews control media and government, blood libel is real, Israel is evil, Jews are demonic, pedophilic, and satanic. She's normalizing anti-Semitism for a generation, making medieval Jew hatred acceptable again, packaging it as truth bombs and asking questions. And it's working. The enablers. And let's be clear, she didn't do this alone. TPUSA employed her after the Hitler comments. Took until 2019 to let her go. PragerU, an organization promoting Judeo-Christian values, worked with her for years. Daily Wire gave her a platform. Ben Shapiro, a Jew, employed her even as the warning signs piled up. Focus on the Family called her a woman of strong Christian faith. Conservative movement lauded her, promoted her, and gave her credibility. And when she went full anti-Semite, they quietly distanced themselves. Too little, too late. The damage is done. The audience is built. The Jew hatred is mainstream. The pattern. Conspiracy to antisemitism. Candace's trajectory shows something important. Once you start with conspiracy theories, antisemitism is inevitable. Start with secret elites control everything, add Hollywood and media controlled, then who controls Hollywood and media? Jews. Boom, you are an anti-Semite. That's the path, every single time. Conspiracy thinking plus tribal grievances equals Jew hatred. Candace speedruns the process. Why this matters for Israel? Candace's anti-Semitism isn't just about Jews, it's about Israel. Her entire narrative, Israel is evil. Jews manipulate America. The Holocaust is propaganda used to support Israel. It all connects. Attack the Holocaust, undermine support for Israel. Attack Jewish control, claim Israel controls US policy. Revive blood libel, demonize Jews and Israel together. She's not just attacking Jews, she's attacking the legitimacy of the Jewish state. And she's doing it to millions of young conservatives. The moral collapse. This is what moral collapse looks like. Smart woman, talented speaker, had a platform, had influence. Could have used it for good, could have defended truth, could have stood for principles. Instead, she chased clicks, engagement and money. Decided Holocaust denial gets more views than honest commentary. Figured blood libel is more profitable than integrity. Chose Jew hatred over decency. And now she's anti-Semite of the year. Banned from countries. Fired from platforms. But she's more popular than ever. That's the sickest part. In a healthy society, she'd be finished, discredited, ignored. Instead, she has 5.7 million subscribers. Final thought, the mask is off. Candace Owens proved something important. Anti-Semitism is always lurking. In every movement. On every side of the political spectrum. For Candace, it took less than a decade to go from I don't care about white supremacy to full-blown blood libel. The mask came off, and underneath, medieval Jew hatred. She claims she's asking questions, seeking truth, fighting propaganda. Bullshit. She's spreading the oldest, most toxic lies about Jews, word for word from medieval anti-Semites. And she's doing it for money, for clicks, for attention. Candace Owens is a liar, a grifter, a hate-monger. And she's poisoning millions of minds with Jew hatred. That's not hyperbole. That's data. 75% of your content about Jews is anti-Semitic. From conservative darling to raging anti-Semite in less than a decade. The moral collapse is complete. And the conservative movement that enabled her, they should be ashamed. They platformed her, promoted her and gave her credibility. And now they're quietly raising her while she spreads blood libel to millions. Fuck that. Call it what it is. They created this monster. Candace Owens is their problem, their failure, their shame. And millions of people are learning to hate Jews because of it. If you find this episode helped you see the world differently or understand something that bothered you, follow the podcast, rate it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you listen to it. And share it with your friends. Help spread the word. Thank you. I'm Igal and this was Middle East in less than 5 minutes. Until next time, Shalom.